right, guys, and all right, the sun is shining brightly in this one. We are live. So, question that just came in from Business and Bullets on Twitter. Good question, and something that I don't really talk about, so I'm going to put a disclaimer on this one. This is not medical advice. This is not prescription. I am not a physician. This is just general knowledge that may be of use to you, possibly. So, liver tests. So, when I talk about guys, I tell guys you should go get blood work done. Again, that's not medical prescription. That's just general health advice that if you really want to know what's going on inside your body, you have to go get your hormones checked. You have to go get your vitamin and mineral levels checked in your body. You have to go get this basic stuff checked as part of like a yearly, or twice a year checkup to kind of know where your health is at. That is awareness. Let's say it that way. That's being a health conscious person. In regards to getting your liver enzymes checked, there's two. There's ALT and AST. So that's alanine, it stands for alanine and aspartate. Anyway, but so getting your liver enzyme levels checked, why would you do that? The reason being that is if you are somebody, guy or girl, that lifts weights regularly and is let's say general, avid exerciser, it's very likely that your liver enzymes are going to be slightly elevated compared to baseline. And I've had it happen over the years where I've gone to get blood work done, and by chance maybe they checked the liver enzymes. This happened the first time when I was in my 20s, or when I was 20. I got my liver enzymes checked and they're very elevated. And the doctor I saw was very, very concerned because it was so many times over normal level. And in a discussion with him, I had told him, you know what, I had just worked out intensely the day before. I had done a very hard lifting workout. And then we, deduced like, oh, okay, so that's the reason they're elevated. That's important to note. Now, had I not told him that, had I not known to tell him that, which a lot of people don't know that, working out causes, that kind of internal damage and taxes the liver. Had I not told him that, I could have been readily misdiagnosed with a form of hepatitis. I could have been sent in for additional lab tests I didn't need. It might have been a case where my physician thought that there was something really wrong with me since liver enzymes are really high. But I knew, just from my own studies, that, when you work out hard and you lift a lot of weights and you break down your muscle tissue, that causes an increase in liver enzymes. So relative to someone like yourself, where if you are a person that trains frequently over the course of your life, getting your liver enzymes checked during your yearly checkups, setting up that baseline is important to see, because then you'll know that if you have a slightly elevated baseline compared to normal, then you do. And if it should arise as you age, that maybe you go in for a checkup and you feel fine, but your liver enzymes are really high. That could be pancreatic inflammation. That could be Epstein-Barr virus. That could be just maybe you got like an odd form of hepatitis that you're unaware of. There's many different forms of hepatitis. But it gives you a key, as I said, watchdog sort of test into your body that maybe something is off with your health if that number is higher than what your normal is. So, as with all these kinds of tests, normal is different person to person. Once you have established your baseline over a few years of where you should be at, then the rest of your life you have that comparison to make, and you have that frame of reference as to what is going on with your internal health. So that is why I recommend getting liver enzymes checked. It's not an essential thing to check, but I do think it is important just for the sake of not being misdiagnosed, and also as you age, as I said earlier, having that watchdog effect into your health to know if something is up that you may not catch on a routine checkup. So good question, my man, and hopefully you found that helpful.